Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm excited to welcome you today to the Fall 2025 Atmosphere Press Writers Summit. I'm Hayla Alawi, Atmosphere Press's Publicity and Events Manager, as well as your host for the next 2 days. My purpose in these opening remarks is to give you some insight into why we're doing this summit, preview some of the talks we have on deck, and tell you more about, of course, Atmosphere Press. First off, why do we do these summits? We held the first ever summit this past spring, and it was a resounding success in terms of our mission to serve authors, build community, and tackle in one conference issues that we constantly see authors dealing with. Also, it was a lot of fun. So, after that very first summit, we knew we wanted to come back with even more how to's in the next summit. And that's how the Fall 2025 summit came to be. We put this together with the goal of giving authors 2 days full of real advice they can use to write their stories, publish their books, and grow their readership. I'm seeing a lot of people dropping in the chat where they're tuning in from, and I love to see that. So please, everybody, keep putting updates in there. It's great to see people tuning in from not only across the US, but outside of the US. So this is very exciting. So, just like last time, we will be giving out plenty of free stuff to random attendees throughout the 2 days of this summit. We've got free books from our speakers, free services on offer, and huge discounts on contracts with editorial and social media experts. We encourage you to attend as many talks as you can so you can maximize your giveaway earning potential. And of course, we couldn't do this amazing 2 day event for free without our sponsors. Let me tell you a bit about each of those sponsors. First, Lone Star Literary Life is your gateway to the vibrant world of Texas literature. As a publisher based in Austin, Texas, alongside Atmosphere Press, we are especially proud to collaborate with Lone Star Literary. You can learn more about the stories, authors, and events that make Texas literature unforgettable at lonestar-lit.com. I'm going to put a bunch of links in the chat as well so you can easily check these sponsors out. Second, Book Life is Publishers Weekly's website dedicated to indie authors. Book Life reviews are guaranteed paid reviews from Publishers Weekly reviewers, which help you establish credibility, enhance your marketing, and give you actionable feedback. You can visit for a limited time booklife.com/writers summit to get $40 off your next book review. Third, NetGalley helps publishers and authors promote digital review copies and audiobooks, both pre and post publication, to 660,000 active members, which includes reviewers, bloggers, librarians, booksellers, educators, journalists, media professionals, and others who work in the book trade. You can visit netgalley.com to learn more. Fourth, the Next Generation Indie Book Awards are the largest international awards program for indie authors and independent publishers. You can visit indiebookawards.com to enter your book for a chance to win up to $1,500 in cash prizes. We're also sponsored by the Eric Hoffer Book Award, which is a leading international independent book award for small, academic, and independent presses, including self published books. You can visit hofferaward.com to secure their early bird discount on submitting your book for a chance to win up to $5,000. Sixth, Winning Writers is a resource for poets and writers full of advice on submitting to contests, crafting your manuscript, navigating the publishing industry, and celebrating great work. You can visit their website, winningwriters.com, to learn more. And finally, Chanticleer Book Reviews run awards that create marketing power and reviews that maximize digital reach. You can visit shantyreviews.com to learn more. And as I promised, I'm going to put all of these links in the chat for everybody now. I know it's a lot of links, so be sure to, bookmark those, come back to them and check them all out so you can take advantage of these offers. Before I get into what we'll be doing in some of the individual talks during the summit, as well as some helpful protocol for how you can get the most out of this conference, I've got a bit of Atmosphere Press history for you. Once upon a time, in 2015, our founder and CEO, Dr. Nick Courtwright, was a literature and creative writing professor, author, and book coach. One day, one of his coaching clients, a great poet by the name of William Guest, asked if Nick could help him put out his book, and Nick agreed. Because William's book was about the universe, the meaning of life, and all sorts of existential, esoteric issues, Nick rifled through press names that would be appropriate for the book and finally landed on, of course, Atmosphere Press. 10 years later, Atmosphere has published more than 1,000 authors. We also now run the Playa Flamingo Writing Residency in Costa Rica, a very popular free author interview series, and hundreds of free book giveaways. We donate to reading and literacy based charities, and we have many best selling and award winning authors. The list of achievements goes on and on. Above all else, our founding principles of honesty, transparency, kindness, professionalism, and making your book awesome still hold true to this day. We believe in putting excellent human focused author publisher relationships at the center of the publication process, because in the end, the human value of writing books is more important than anything, and we want to do our part to validate that. With that, I am thrilled to lay out the schedule and speakers we are presenting over the next 2 days. And if you'd like a visual aid, I'm putting the link to the schedule in the chat as well. We're kicking off today with Megan Sell speaking on the value of writing conferences. Megan, the leader of Atmosphere's national in person conference program and our acquisitions manager, is an expert on how you can maximize your own presence at writing conferences and fairs. If you need help sticking out in a crowd and filtering out the overwhelming amount of info that comes out of conferences, you've got to attend this talk. Next, we have Carolyn Flynn helping you break writer's block and build a daily writing practice. Carolyn's the author of 8 books, so she knows her way around the writing process. If you have publishing goals that seem distant, make sure to attend Carolyn's talk so you can get your pen to the page and finish your project. Then there's Matthew Fielder, a lead cover designer for Atmosphere Press, giving us a peek into the book cover design process. This is a much requested topic that we have been asked to talk about over and over. So I'm so excited to welcome Matthew. They do say not to judge a book by its cover, but it's impossible not to let a little bias sneak in. So make sure you know how to advocate for an excellent cover for your own book by learning about this process from Matt's talk. After that, Evan Courtwright will be presenting on the use of websites and audiobooks for authors. Even publishing lives in a digital world these days, so there's no one better than Evan, Atmosphere's digital director, to help you navigate this. There's a lot of information you won't want to miss from this talk. And we close day one with an exclusive fireside chat with Atmosphere Press's very own founder and CEO, Dr. Nick Courtwright. This is your chance to learn about the person who created the press and to hear the behind the scenes details about leading a publishing house. So make sure to check that one out. Then day two is going to kick off tomorrow with Joel Geyer, the author of Flights Across America, who aptly travels across the country giving events to promote his book. In a time where the traditional book tour isn't so common anymore, it's more important than ever to make your own book events stand out and draw a crowd. And Joel has the insights to help you with that. If you're an author wanting to set up in person events, you've got to be at this talk. Next will be a stunning author reading featuring 4 award-winning Atmosphere authors: Natalie Musgrave Dossett, author of Sarita; Robin D'Amato, author of Sugar Free; David Linebarger, author of Tennis Players as Works of Art; and Jimmy Senna, author of Tesla's Walk. These authors are great readers who have received accolades and represent a variety of genres. This is your chance to get a sense of the high quality of work Atmosphere is proud to publish. Then we have Jendi Writer, award-winning author and poet, and a judge of contests themselves. Jendi is going to be presenting on how to prepare your book for contests and awards, which is critical to know before you've even published your work. Give yourself a leg up in contests by learning from this talk. Then we have a super exciting presentation from Atmosphere's social media manager, Carly Fitzgerald, who will be talking about how you can energize your social media presence. This goes for writers at all stages, published or not. You can start your social media journey at any point, and Carly is here to help you with that. Then, finally, closing out the summit day two will be a brief wrap up to say thank you and let you know about some exciting new things Atmosphere has in store. So make sure to stick around all the way till the end so you can find out about what we're offering next. As far as protocol and how to make the most out of your experience attending these talks, let me explain the Zoom navigation side of things. There's a separate Zoom link for day one and day two of the summit. So at the beginning of each day, make sure you have the right Zoom link handy. Since you're all here, you of course have been able to access the day one Zoom link just fine. So you'll just click on that link to go into each new session. And then after each session, I'm going to end the Zoom webinar and you'll immediately click the exact same link to come back in for the next session. And that'll take you to the waiting room until that session starts. This green room time allows for the speakers for each session to do a mic check, a camera check, make sure everything is ready to go so that your experience is as smooth as possible. It's also important for us to be able to bring you these presentations live rather than pre recording them. So you have access to our speakers for your own questions. So these are all just kinds of built into the live presentation process. Speaking of, during each talk, there will be a Q&A box at the bottom of your Zoom screen. That's where you can ask questions and we will answer them either in the actual Q&A box or live in the session with the speaker. So make sure to hop into each session on time, throw in as many questions as you want in there, and we're going to get to as many as we possibly can. Of course, feel free to share the meeting links with people you Feel free to invite other people to this event. You can also share your attendee badge so that we sent you on social media. So if you're feeling particularly savvy, use the hashtag AP Summit 2025. We really want all writers out there to benefit from this free event. So I'm glad you're here. I'm excited to enjoy the next 2 days with you. Remember that to rejoin the webinar after this session for Megan's talk, which is happening next, you'll just click the same link that you clicked to join the webinar for this introduction. Between talks, we'll be playing excerpts from audiobooks of Atmosphere Press titles. So Megan's talk will begin shortly, and while you're in the digital waiting room, you can enjoy excerpts from the audiobook Wing Rebel by M.A. Arana. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next session. Oh, one more thing. Also, I just want to put the link to Atmosphere Press one more time in the chat there for everybody so you've got that. And now I will see you in the next session.